Hi, everybody. My name is Becky, and I'm here with Lauren, and we are from Wasatch Crest Treatment Services. I am the alumni coordinator here at Wasatch Crest, and also our Transitional Living Women's House um, manager, right?
Yeah.
And tell them what you do, Lauren.
Yes, I'm Lauren. I'm the medical technician here, just making sure all the clients have their meds and, working with the doctor and all of that stuff to get the clients taken care of.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I do.
So, we are both women in long-term recovery also. So yeah, we were just going to talk today about, since it's spring break, I know some people have already had their summer this week, but there's a huge problem with binge drinking that people don't ever think about because they always assume, like you'll overdose on drugs, but they don't understand that the same thing can happen with alcohol. And so we looked up a little statistics here.
Yes.
I'll let you go over some stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I just was, looking into it, and spring break just has this, automatic thought process or automatic almost stigma to it that it's like the party time and everyone's getting crazy and drunk and it's expected to party, that like it has to be part of spring break, and it really doesn't, and that's kind of what we want to go over today. But we have learned a few statistics that were just actually really interesting. We have seen that 2,200 alcohol poisoning deaths occur in the U.S. each year, and that's a really big number. And spring break is, like Becky said, a time for binge drinking. It's like, oh, we only have 5 days or 7 days. We have to get all of it packed in. We have to do everything to the 1,000th craziness degree, and it's it contributes to the deaths that happen. I didn't really think about until looking up the statistics that there's the alcohol poisoning deaths that happen, but there's also deaths from falling, drowning, burns.
Right here, it
says that alcohol is a factor in the deaths of thousands of people younger than age 21. So these statistics are for people age 21 and younger, which college is a huge spring break thing. So, this is the kind of age group that we're looking at. And it says that 1,092 deaths of those is from motor vehicle crashes. So, spring break, you might be driving down to the beach or whatever, and you're intoxicated, and that adds a whole nother risk being in a car. Also, that puts other people on the road at risk as well.
And you have to think, that one decision can change your life like that and somebody else's, which is just, it's so sad.
Yeah. 1,000 of those deaths were from homicides. 208 of those were alcohol overdose, falls, burns, and drownings. So, spring break, a lot of times people are at the beach and going into the ocean and being intoxicated. You just don't have all your senses that are there to protect you. Your inhibitions are lowered. You're not, paying attention like you usually do. You kind of let your guard down, and that's when accidents happen. And so it's not just the binge drinking, which is a problem in itself, but it's the behaviors that come with it that can result in accidents or car crashes and stuff like that also is a big part of it.
Yeah, and then it also says 596 from suicide, which is so sad just because we're not in our right mind,
Yeah, and you make a decision that, could change your life forever. It could end your life, and that's a really sad statistic to look at, but it's part of why we're here talking today. So I feel like I feel like a lot of it is your mindset going into spring break. If you are going to, you want to stay sober and you want to do it different this year and you're a little like anxious that it's going to be hard, I think a lot of it is just the mindset that you have going in. Instead of looking on that you can't drink and that you're missing out and, fear of missing out, that is, if you go in with that mindset, you're going to be in a negative headspace already. And you're going to be focusing on all the things you can't do. When going to spring break sober, you actually can do like a lot more because you're in your right mind and you're healthy and you're taking care of yourself. And, your mindset does matter. Focus on all the positives, focus on your life in recovery and how the benefits of that. No hangovers, no waking up the next morning like, oh gosh, what did I do last night? Like, who did I make mad? Or did I do this or that? How did I end up in this strange room? Where am I?
Like, it's like so different now too, because everybody records everything. Like,
yeah.
So you can put yourself in like some really bad situations.
Yeah, and it can be documented forever.
And then also I was thinking how, like when people drink, a lot of times that'll be like the first time they try drugs because they're not thinking straight. And so, or, like how important it is to remember, for me, like as an addict, like alcohol is a drug also, and I have to be completely sober off of all substances, and I know a lot of friends that have been like, oh, well, I'm still just going to drink, like it's not going to hurt, but it does, because either they get so bad into alcohol to substitute their other drug of choice, or pretty soon alcohol is not enough and they're right back to using what they were before.
Right. Yeah. Alcohol is a gateway drug. You get alcohol in your system, and your brain isn't thinking in the same mindset that you are when you're sober. So all of those like thoughts of, oh, it's just alcohol, or oh, it's just it'll be okay. Those just kind of aren't. You don't hear them anymore in your mind when you're drinking, and so things can happen a lot easier once you put alcohol in your system. I think that if you are going to go to like a party setting, or you're going to be, around peers that will be drinking during spring break, it's really important to have, if you have a sponsor, like have them on speed dial, like have them ready to call. Take a friend with you. Like if you've met friends in recovery that are sober, take a sober buddy with you. That way you have someone to, get through it and be there to talk when you are having cravings, or you are like feeling that it's a hard situation to be in. It's really important to have sober support and people that will support you through the spring break vacation. Also bring your own beverage. Like I like to bring like fancy beverages. If I'm going to like a party where people are drinking, I'll get like something really fancy that I don't have very often. Like I only have for special occasions, because then it feels like, I'm drinking something special, but it doesn't have alcohol in it. And I think if you have a drink in your hand, it's less likely that someone is going to come up and offer you a drink, or, say you need to drink, or, force you to do it. Like people don't even need to know what's in your cup, really.
Yeah.
It's none of their business.
Or I think too, another idea to think about is if you are on spring break from college or whatnot, that's like, why not do something that's going to help like you relax and your mind and your body recover and have a break from everything, because school's so stressful.
Right.
So there's some ideas where like a yoga and a wellness retreat, so that, you can go relax, take your mind off school, and be ready to go back to school when spring break's over. There's always like volunteer trips, because service keeps us sober.
It does, yeah.
And then also the other one was just like adventure trips. Like there's so many cool things that you can do if you're sober,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep.
There's so many things you can do
Yeah.
other than go party.
Right. Just remind yourself you're not missing out on anything. Like, this is an opportunity for you to do something different. And, while your peers are, drinking and maybe developing substance abuse problems of their own, you are taking control of your life and you are doing it different. And that's really empowering thing to do, to get through spring break sober. Like, you'll feel really good about it at the end. So reach out if you need help. We have...
Yeah, you can find us, you can look us up on wasatchcresttreatment.com for more information. And our 1-800 number is 1-800-385-3507. It's getting springtime up here, the best time to be up here in the mountains. So much to do and such a fun place to recover. So reach out if you're struggling.
Yes, and have a very happy, healthy, sober spring break.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys.